Most money advice, if you're low income, sounds like a joke. Save 20%, or invest more, or just stop buying coffee. But here's what research actually shows. People who have even a few $100s in savings are dramatically less likely to fall into financial crisis. Not rich, just one small buffer between them and disaster. And in this video, I'll show you a few simple ways people actually build that first buffer, including the $100 rule that stops small problems from becoming debt. So, if money is tight, the goal isn't becoming rich. The first mistake most people make is aiming for the wrong target. You'll hear advice like save 6 months of expenses, but if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that sounds impossible. And when something feels impossible, most people don't even start. So change the goal. Instead of 6 months, start with layers. First layer, $100. That might not sound like much, but $100 can stop a small problem from turning into a financial spiral. For example, if your phone broke or you needed a new tire, without savings, that turns into credit card debt, overdraft fees, or payday loans. But with a small buffer, the problem stops right there. So the ladder looks like this. First $100, then $250, then $500, then eventually 1 month of essential expenses. Financial stability doesn't start with huge savings, it starts with small layers of protection. But even when people try to save, it often doesn't work. Not because they're irresponsible, because the system is fighting them. When money hits your bank account, your brain instantly starts assigning it jobs, rent, groceries, gas. The list goes on. So if saving depends on willpower, it usually loses because everything else feels more urgent. The solution is surprisingly simple. Remove the decision entirely. Automate it. Most banks let you schedule automatic transfers on payday, and some apps like Ali, SoFi, or Capital One even let you create automatic savings rules. Even something tiny, $5 or $10 per paycheck. Set it so the money moves into savings the moment you get paid. You'll barely notice it leaving, but after a year, $10 a week becomes over $500 saved. That's the first real financial shock absorber, and it happened without constant self-control. Question for you. What's the smallest amount you could auto-transfer without feeling it? If small buffers like this hit home for you, hit subscribe. We'll keep unpacking money systems that actually work for tight budgets. A lot of people think they're bad with money, but often the real problem isn't spending, it's cash flow chaos. Everything sits in one account, and all the bills hit at different times. Rent, insurance, groceries, car repairs, subscriptions. So one unexpected expense wipes out the whole balance. A simple solution is something called the bucket system. Instead of one pool of money, you divide it into separate buckets. For example, one bucket for bills, one bucket for daily spending, one bucket for emergencies. Some banks even let you create savings pots automatically. Now when rent hits, that money is already waiting. When groceries happen, it comes from the grocery bucket. The money already has a job before you spend it, and that alone removes a surprising amount of financial stress. Here's something most people eventually realize. A lot of financial emergencies aren't actually emergencies. They're predictable expenses we forgot to plan for. Car maintenance, Christmas, birthdays, these happen every year. But because we don't save for them, they feel like sudden disasters. The fix is simple. Create a future expenses fund. Even $5 or $10 a week going into that bucket changes everything. Because when December arrives, Christmas isn't a crisis, it's already paid for. Planning ahead turns surprises into routine expenses. Now here's something many people completely miss. They cut their spending again and again, but never check whether they're missing money they're already entitled to. Things like tax credits, energy assistance, or healthcare subsidies. Millions of people qualify for help and never claim it, which means they're trying to survive on less money than they actually could have. Sometimes the smartest financial move isn't cutting another expense. It's making sure you're actually receiving everything available to you. One last idea that can make a big difference. Treat unexpected money differently from normal income. Tax refunds, bonuses, or cash gifts, for example. Most people spend windfalls because it feels like extra money, but this is actually the perfect moment to build stability. Instead of upgrading your lifestyle, use it to strengthen your emergency fund or prepay a large upcoming expense. That single decision can remove months of financial stress later. Saving money on a low income isn't about perfection, it's about building shock absorbers into your finances, small buffers that protect you from chaos. Start with $100, automate tiny savings, divide your money into buckets, plan for predictable expenses, and use windfalls to build stability. None of this will make you rich overnight, but it does something just as important. It makes your finances stop feeling fragile, and once you have that first buffer, everything else becomes easier. If you want more breakdowns on how the banking system, incentives, and hidden money mechanics really work, subscribe to Modern Money Explained. Hit the bell so the next one lands in your feed. What's your first buffer goal? $100, $250? Drop it below and tell me, which of these moves are you trying first?